Hello, my name is Audra Zillifro. This is my assignment for Planning 660 for the fall term of 2025 at East Carolina University. So this ideal city is made up of what I would like to see for my boys growing up. I grew up in a medium-sized city of Pittsburgh, and there's a few things that I omitted on my map just based off of what I did slash didn't like growing up. So the town name is going to be Zilly Cove. It would be on the East Coast. I think kind of like Charleston, South Carolina area is where my brain went. Um, the population is about 2,000 people spread over 4 square miles. Um, yeah, so I'll get into the legend. We have a the single family area along the beach. These would be like large residential houses. Ideally, I would like to live down here by the little national park that I created. That would be the ideal situation where my husband brings home the money to afford such a huge house, and I get to stay at home and take care of our children. So ideally, right? So the other residential section, we have a few neighborhoods over here on the northwestern part of the city and the southwestern part of the city. And those would be neighborhoods where they can walk to certain areas if they'd like. The multi-residential, we have some apartment buildings with some green space to the left or to the west of the city center, and then in the more downtown area, we have some mixed use residential and commercial. So in this town um, circle area, we have some. Ideally, what I was thinking is more like condos up top with some like mom and pop shops, some shops that would draw in some vacationers. Um, but it's not supposed to be like a big resort town at all, just where you could sustain based off of the population. Um, and then over to the northwest again, we have mixed use residential and office. So for the residents, if they have any businesses, they could have some office space there. And then if you go to in pink, the small neighborhood and commercial uses, down to the southwest corner, um, this would be a sports park. So a large athletic area. There's a pool, a football field, baseball fields, um, indoor areas where if you want to play volleyball or basketball. But some of those areas here, and then there's also a lake that they'd be able to do um, whatever type of water sports that don't include the ocean. Um, and then to the east and along the beach, there's some mixed use residential where I was kind of thinking this could be um, an area where there'd be businesses that would facilitate like water sports and activities on the ocean or on the beach, but something fun for everyone to do. And then we'll also have up here in the northwestern area again, this is kind of like where the larger commercial and sort of not a shopping mall but maybe like a strip mall type deal, where we would have this section here would be the Costco, Target. Have to have both of those. um And then entertainment. This section would be also offices. That would be lighter purple. It just didn't show up as light as I wanted. Um, and then there's also some small commercial uses as well. Um, and then in the westernmost corner, the light industrial use. I personally, growing up in Pittsburgh, I grew right up, I grew up right outside of Pittsburgh in Homestead, Munhall Homestead area, which is predominantly where all of the steel mills were. And even growing up, like those mills were still there. At that point, just eyesores, and I couldn't stand looking at them. Very proud of where we came from, but there's some things that I just wanted my children to be able to look out and see beautiful green space, fresh air, the ocean, and just enjoy a small town feel. So I did omit a lot of industrial uses. This industrial section up here is pretty much for UPS and FedEx so we can get some packages. And that's about it. Okay, so moving on. Like I said, I wanted to be able to see a lot of green space. So the apartment complex has a lot of green space where it could be communal or however the residents wanted to fulfill that. Um, and then in the center of town, we also have some green space where that could be like a park. Uh, Outside of the school, I was thinking a big playground here. Um, and then we do have some woodland areas for hiking or whatever uses. But I just really wanted to have a lot of green space that actually went into like a national park, and just preserve some of the natural beauty instead of building it up. So we also have a little bit of a wooded area here to kind of seclude off some of the beach and the area. Um, Oh, I'm realizing I just missed this part. Okay, so back to multifamily residential uses. I did have some condos up along the beach area, and then there's also going to be two smaller hotels. So I was thinking like I don't know, Hampton Inn, something small, and then another like a CVS just to have be able to use. Okay, and then oh, I also skipped over the institutional uses. So in gray, if we go to the westmost area, we have a small hospital, police, fire, and EMS. And then this section here, next to that, we have our school campus. So middle school, high school, a library, pre-K, all the way through elementary. Um, Oh yeah. So there is that. Oh, and we also have some parking over here and some parking here. Um, so I did mention that tourism would be a little bit of a thing, but not an overwhelming amount. I did not want a lot of um, capacity for tourists. Um, it was more so okay. The people that come, they can enjoy a small town feel and vibe and be able to boost a little bit more into the economy that way with the shops. I also think I did skip my entertainment use. This section in the middle of the map in dark purple, I was envisioning more of like a concert venue mixed use where if it if people wanted to hold a concert they could, or you can use that for like a craft fair or something similar. um I did not leave a lot of space for vacant land. Like I said before, I don't want it to be able to be built up. Um, I just don't like a lot of change. So the less building, the better. Um, And then there's gonna be a lot of walking trails. Um, I know it's spread over 4 square miles, which it would be a longer walk for most, but it'd be nice if people wanted to bike or walk, they'd be able to do that. There's not many large roadways coming in, just one or two, well, 2 lanes in and out. Um, and then with the scale, it every inch is spread out over 1,500 square feet, or I'm sorry, 1,500 feet. I thought that would be a good scale. Hmm. But yeah, well, like I said, I just wanted a small town beach vibe, and so that my boys would be able to grow up and enjoy. But yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much for viewing my presentation.